In lesson 1, we noted that each individual pixel in our image had a separate color. Your computer understands and talks about color in a much different way than we humans do. Photoshop doesn't know red or blue or green. It knows color values. In our case, RGB values. A set of letters describing how the three primaries of red, green, and blue are combined. From just these three primaries, we can create millions of different colors. So what do these numbers actually mean? To find out, let's open an image. We are going to go up to File, then Open, and in my project file folder, in chapter 1 folder, I'm going to select the image title Garden. File, Open. But now, if you missed our previous meeting or lesson, then this is how you locate the project files. You download the project files from the link I sent you on our WhatsApp platform from Google Drive. Then when you download it and you access it, you are going to have something like this. So you open project file, you have the Mac. For those who use Mac, you can access yours over here, but for those who use Windows like myself, you can simply enter, then you go to the chapter in which we are studying, and then the project file we are using. So like I said, Garden. I'll click on it. I can press enter on my Windows or return on my Mac, and then I will access the image, or simply double clicking it. You can also just click once and click open, whichever way you prefer. Okay. Now, in lesson 3, we are going to talk about workspaces and panels. So do not worry if your screen doesn't look exactly like mine does at this point. But what I do need you to have is the info panel. I'm going to click on mine here in this tab right here to access it. If you do not see the info panel on your screen, I want you to go up to the Windows panel, the Windows menu, sorry, and then you check info down there, and then it will give you your info panel. I want you to pay close attention to this left quadrant of this panel where we have spaces for RGB numbers. Now, watch what happens as I move the mouse over the image. Now, as I move the mouse over the image area, just pay close attention to what is happening at the left quadrant of the panel where we have spaces for RGB number. Now, as you see, you realize that the numbers are continuously updating as I move the mouse. Now, these numbers represent the individual red, green, and blue components of the pixels located directly beneath where my mouse is located. So as I move the mouse and it's over a different pixel, I will see a different set of RGB numbers. Now, Photoshop's color numbering system works on a scale of 0 to 255, with 0 being no color and 255 equaling maximum color. So as I hover my mouse over this blue portion of the image in the sky, you can see that at this pixel I have a red value of 87, green of 119, and blue of 168. Of these three primaries, blue is the highest strength or intensity. It has a level of 168 versus the red channels and then the green channels. Now, if I move down to a warmer part of the image, that's, let's say, around the grasses, we can see that it's somewhat reversed, as in the sense that red now becomes the highest component of the pixel, or the color with the highest intensity. So red becomes 141. When you look here, you see, so red now, since I moved, so it changed. So red now becomes 172, green, which is G, becomes 146, and blue becomes 109. Okay. And it is very important because Photoshop works with numbers. We might think in colors, but Photoshop is doing the maths and working with numbers. Now take a closer look at how the numbers relate to each other. I am going to move over here to the tools panel. Now here is the tools panel over here. Everything we see here is the tools panel. We are not going to tackle what exactly the tool panels does at the moment, or the tools over there, but we will skip and then we will tackle them in our next chapters. So for this chapter, we are going to then double click on this color right here, which is our foreground, and then that's white and black as our background. So I'll double click on the white color to bring our color picker. This is going to be a great way to see exactly how Photoshop mixes colors together. Notice down in here that we have our old piles R, G, and B here. We said that 0 means no color and 255 means maximum color. If I have my red, which is now at 255, set at 0, and my blue set at 0 and green set at 0, the color I have here is black. If I set my red color at 255, my green at 255, and my blue at 255, they are all at maximum color, and that in this color model equals white. So watch what happens if I have red at 255 and I turn off green, put that to 0, and turn my green on to 255. So turn my green on to 255 and then my blue on white. I get the highest intensity of yellow. So we can mix colors over here using numbers. But then I'm not saying that when we are designing, we are going to select colors based on the numbers. So you have to type in the numbers. No. But you can just come in, pick a color, or this two arrows over here, you can slide them up to choose the color you want. So when I slide to red, the color picker gives me a lot or different shades or tints of red. Then we can choose. When we don't like and we want something like orange, we can come down also, and then we can choose a different color. So orange should be somewhere over here. Yeah, good. And then it also have a color, a number. So red is 250, green is 124, and blue is set at 0. Now for the purpose of the reason why I'm teaching you this, it's so you will get to understand the mechanisms of Photoshop. So when you see these numbers here, you don't get too scared like you've seen a zombie. No, it's not going to bite you. It's just there to tell you that Photoshop works, and understand your colors in numbers.